Welcome back. Kindly watch, like, and subscribe. Today, I want to tell you a story titled The Woman Who Married Spirit and Her Secrets.
Let me tell you a story about a strange event that happened in our village many years ago. My name is John, and I was just a boy back then, maybe around 10 years old. It's a story about a woman named Rose, who was like a big sister to everyone in our village. But Rose carried a secret so deep that not even her closest friends knew about it. Rose was beautiful, with a smile so bright and laughter that filled the whole village square. Everybody loved her, and all the young men admired her. But unlike most young women, she didn't seem interested in marriage or suitors. Some people said she was too picky, while others whispered that she was waiting for a love that only existed in the tales our grandmothers told by the fireside. One day, something changed. Rose started acting differently. She was still kind and friendly, but there was a new glow about her, like she was carrying a joy she couldn't explain. She began slipping away to the forest more often, coming back with a dreamy look in her eyes. At first, people thought she was just enjoying the quiet of the forest, but soon, rumors began. She must be in love, the villagers whispered. Maybe she's finally found a man who has captured her heart. But no one had seen this man. No one had caught a glimpse of him, and everyone wondered who he could be and why Rose was hiding him from everyone. I was curious too, so one day, I decided to follow her. I wanted to see this mysterious man who had won the heart of the beloved Rose. I waited until she slipped into the forest as usual, and then I crept behind her, keeping quiet, hiding behind trees and bushes. She led me deeper into the forest than I had ever been. My heart pounded as I kept up, careful not to be seen. Finally, she reached a small clearing beside the river. The trees hung low, and the sunlight shimmered on the water's surface. I hid, watching closely. Rose sat by the riverbank, looking around as if she was waiting for someone. I held my breath, feeling the thrill of discovery. Then, a strange mist began to rise from the river, slowly swirling around her. I felt a chill run down my spine as I watched, too scared to move but too curious to turn away. Out of the mist, a figure emerged, a man. He was tall, dressed in clothes unlike anything I'd ever seen. His skin seemed to glow faintly, and his eyes sparkled like stars in the night. I couldn't hear their words, but I saw the way he looked at Rose, with a warmth and tenderness that made it clear they shared a powerful bond. And Rose, she looked at him with a love so deep, it felt like it could break. They sat together, talking softly, their hands intertwined, as if they were the only two souls in the world. My mind raced with questions. Who was this man? Why hadn't we seen him in the village? But deep down, I already knew he was no ordinary man. He was a spirit, someone from a world beyond ours. I watched until the man melted back into the mist, disappearing as quickly as he had appeared. Rose sat alone by the river for a moment, her face filled with sadness. She wiped her eyes, stood up, and began walking back toward the village. I scrambled back, making sure she didn't see me, and ran home, my mind whirling with what I had just witnessed. That night, I lay awake, haunted by what I had seen. I had stumbled upon a secret word, a word that was never meant for me to see. I couldn't tell anyone. Who would believe me? They'd think I was just a boy with a wild imagination. From that day, I couldn't look at Rose the same way. She had a secret life, a life with someone we could only imagine in tales. And though I was young, I felt the weight of the secret she carried, a love hidden from everyone, shared only in the shadows. Weeks passed, and I watched her quietly, feeling like I was part of her secret. But then, something even stranger happened, something that shook our entire village and changed everything. It was a moment none of us would forget, a moment that would reveal just how dark and dangerous her secret truly was. And that is where the real story begins.